Okay, so here is Sketchbook Tour number 35. As you just saw my video for Sketchbook number 34, which is over there. Here we have some, this is supposed to be a school notebook, but I got bored and turned it into something else. So here we have some FNF stickers, an anime sticker, a Sonic sticker, and some other stickers my friend gave me. And then we have a Your Boyfriend sticker. I don't think I have anyone on the back, no. So, let's get into it. Okay, so welcome to my sketchbook number 35. This was done in 2 months. Well, about 2 months. And then, warning, before you go on, please know there are some drawings with blood, gore, nudity, and some sexual themes. You have been warned. Okay, so if you guys don't want to see any of that, knowing myself when I was drawing like this, it's not that great. So if you don't want to look at it, you don't have to watch this video. Okay, still here? Alright. Okay, so first we have I think I played Your Boyfriend with my friend, and I drew my person I was playing as, Sue, or like what I thought she would look like. Basically the OC I used for YN. And then I drew Goth Peter, and then little babies of them. And then I think this is just a practice page. I did a full body of myself, and then I did some eyes and some mouths. I do not have that big of a chest. I don't know why I did that. Here's some more Liam again. And then here's a moth, I think. And then a little pin. Is it a sticker? Yeah, it's a sticker. Okay. Then I'm off with a blue light or fire. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Passage. Okay, then we have Jason again in his old design and some of his elixir in the corner. And then we have, I think I was watching her I can't pronounce her title name, or her YouTube name, sorry. But I think I was watching one of her videos and I drew her OC that she was drawing. So this is not my character. This is another YouTuber's character. But she is my character. This is Pearl. Or like her old design anyway. Some more Joel. And her old design. Something I did for Mermaid. I think it was supposed to be a jellyfish. And then I drew more Candy. And him and his boyfriend, Caleb's short shirt. And then I drew a little concept art of him with roller skates. Since he's a waiter at a club, I kind of find it a cool idea if he would just roller skate around with his drinks. Although probably that's not a good idea because he probably slam into something. Alright, so here is Thriller, which is, and it's a random NPC that she's eating. I'm not going to focus too long on this, but anyway, she's supposed to be like a forest spirit, and they're supposed to look like trees. And anyway, so not many people know they exist, and she feeds on the poor souls that travel into her forest, mainly hunters. And then some more Cricket. I don't know who this is. Oh, this is another sticker, and then I think that's Cricket and someone else. And then I was practicing male anatomy, and that doesn't look that great. So here's Zach and Liam, the husbands. And then some more Jewel. And I don't know why her face looks like that. Some more Tessa or Travis. Originally Travis was supposed to be a girl, but then I changed. And I drew the Lotus Eaters from Epic the Musical, or like what I thought they would look like. This is before the animatics for it came out, so this is just what I thought they looked like. I know it looks nothing like what they said it would, but that's just what I thought. And then I don't know who that's supposed to be. And then I drew a Cyclops named Penelope. I think I was still in my epic phase, and I drew this Cyclops character, and I named her Penelope. Because I don't know, I felt like it. Okay, here's some more Jason and Martha. he's got some ice cream or whatever. Some more Jason and Martha. Some more Jason and Martha for Pride Month last year. He's Pan. He was originally only Ally, but I changed him to Pan, and she's still Bi. I forgot to color it, so that's why the colors are wonky. And that's why the drawing's wonky. And then the God of Water, Mizu, is his old design. I hate his hair. His hair is supposed to be like water, like it's constantly moving, but it looks really bad. Excuse me. And then I drew this weird... I was watching Static Wool, if anyone knows who that is. She's a YouTuber, and she has like sketchbook tours, and she's an amazing artist. And I was watching one of her videos, and she drew like this character with this butterfly mask on, and I wanted to like do my own version. So that's what this is. And then I don't know what this is supposed to be. I really wanted to name a character December, so I did, and I made them. I don't know if I ever drew them again. Oh, there's Mason from my FNF character, and whatever the hell that's supposed to be. And then December again with the snail. And then there's me for Pride Month. I'm Pan, by the way. That's what it's supposed to be, the Pan flag, but I didn't get to color it. And then there's more Liam. And I think this is supposed to be Lucifer. His design has changed drastically, but this was his old design. And then there's more Joel. I don't know what happened here. And then I don't know what the hell that is. And then there's Erebos, which is a siren character, and he was human. And then here's a colored version of Penelope. And then I spelled his name wrong up there, but this is Cameron and Jenna, who is like, she's a queen, and he's a shifter. He's the shifters are like these people who can turn into animals they're like Silkies, but with like forests instead of the ocean. And he can turn into a bear, and he's the leader of this clan of shifters, and he's technically naked, so that's why he's completely oblivious to it, because why not? And then here's Walter. I do not draw him a lot, and I really should, because he's actually a really compelling character. And then some more Martha. And then more Liam. Again, I think I was looking on Pinterest, and I drew this outfit that I saw, and I liked it. I think I was drawing... No, I think I was watching Arcane. Not Arcane. Yeah, Arcane League of... the show on Netflix with, like, Jinx and all of that, and I drew, like, a genderman version of her. And I really like... And I don't know. I named them Echo for some reason. I don't know. Maybe this is Echo and Jinx's child. We don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to draw a genderman version of Jinx, and then I named them that for some reason. And then here's more Lucifer. Why he looks so dusty. And then he's eating some kind of meat stick. I don't know what that's supposed to be. And, oh, I'm not gonna look at that. And then here's a harpy or something. I don't know what he's supposed to be. I think I know who this is, and I don't think I've ever drawn him again. I have a drawing of him in my other sketchbook, but I only drawn him like twice. I think he's supposed to be like a harpy or something. I don't know why I gave him fox-like features. Here's more of that ancient god. I forgot how to pronounce his name. Like most of my characters, I either look up through wheels, or I just choose Japanese style names, or like names from different languages that I like the look of. And I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. And then I drew Matthew, a dragon, another dragon. I think that's what they're supposed to be. And then some kind of unicorn or horse. a bird, a centaur, a bat with mushrooms on him, walk cycle, and then water lily, which I changed her design, and she's a mermaid now, but she was originally supposed to be like a fairy. Like a fairy without wings. And then there's more Jason with the butterfly. There's more Cameron, another Cameron. There's more Jewel. I think I only did this with alcohol markers. This is, if you see my other video, you can tell this is a much better drawing than the other one. There's more not Jason, more Jewel. And then, Jewel and Matthew's whole friend group and what their, like, relationships are with each other. If you want the key, that's what it is. So there's Matthew and Joel, there's Light, there's Robert, Walter, Charlie, Death, and then I changed his name to Dean. It's not Death anymore. And then Derek. There's that. And then here's Quinn and Chase, which is like my version of Romeo and Juliet, but just make it gay. And then there's the God of Air. I think his design has stayed the same every time I've drawn him. The colors might have changed, but his design overall has stayed the same. There's more Cameron with the Eggo waffles. And there's more Lucifer. And changed his monster form drastically. I think his like small form is the same, but like his big monster form is different. He was supposed to be based off Scylla. And then here's another mermaid that I did. And then there's another, I don't know who this is. I think I saw him in the other sketchbook. And I changed the design drastically, but I don't think I've ever drawn him again. I don't know. Yeah, and then I went to a camp, and a theater camp, and I did like the poster. I did like a concept art for the poster, because they assigned a few people to draw it, and I did. I think I have it. Hold on, let me get it. I think I kept one of them. Here it is. It's the one I did. That was a long time ago. Not that long ago, but it was some long ago. And then here's Jet. I don't know who that is. And then I did some other OC stuff. I don't think I've come back to the Mercy Stars. Yes, that is his actual name, Mercy Stars. And then Ezra, which is basically the story is Mercy is a pop star and Ezra is a guardian angel who was sent to basically guard Mercy, and he disguised himself as a human or like a bodyguard so that he wouldn't be like detecting attention. And and Mercy wears this necklace that basically whenever he needs Ezra, he can just call him through the necklace. And I haven't really developed their story any more than that. That's basically just the concept. And then there's Derek, as you saw from the map, or like the chart earlier. And then there's Matthew and Jewel again. And then there's Dean and Charlie. I don't think I need to develop Charlie a bit more. And I don't like this. I was trying to, that's Jay, not Jason, Jay. I was trying to, I don't know what I was trying to do, but I was trying to like outline all the scars he has, and character development, and I don't like it. Oh yeah, here's a comic that I did of, Jenna and her ex-husband Arthur, and then there's Cameron. If you want to read that, you can. I'm probably going to put texts above it so you know what they're saying. Oh yeah, here's some Liam and Jack. I mean, not Jack, Zach. I cannot speak English today. And then here's the second part of the comic. And then here we go. Here's Tessa's, or like Travis's real design. He's a very, I think I changed his design just a bit, but that he's pretty much the same. Here's more Penelope. And I think that's supposed to be the god of gambling. And then there's Lurch, which is like he's like a octopus type of merfolk who eats oil and metal. Here's some light. Here's some more Sally Face character. It's not an official character, this is my own OC. And then there's more Thriller. Let's look at that. And then there's Nori and his whole story. I'm not gonna tell you too much because I have a better picture to describe what his story is. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Well, thank you for listening to part 2 about my sketchbook tours. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.